Look at that corner of your living room where the sun never reaches. Have you ever thought, nothing survives here? Many people believe that without a huge backyard or a sunny balcony, it's impossible to have a jungle at home. But the truth, and what big growers often hide, is that the most fascinating plants on the planet evolved to shine precisely in low light. It doesn't matter if you live in an apartment, a loft, or a regular house. The problem is the same. We buy plants for their looks, but they die because we don't understand the difference between surviving and thriving in the shade. Today, I'm going to end that frustration. I selected 9 species that I call iron plants. They solve the lack of space, the busy routine, and the desire for resilience and natural beauty. I'll reveal the secret trigger for each one so they explode with new, shiny leaves. Before this golden list, click like and subscribe. I also left in the description the link to the plants and products that I personally bought and that worked really well here at home. And comment below, what is your biggest challenge today? Sun, air conditioning, or routine? I want to know which city you're watching from. 1. Asplenium, bird's nest fern. If you love the look of a tropical forest but hate the mess that common ferns make when they drop dry little leaves on the floor, Asplenium is your definitive solution. It is a modern fern with whole, wide leaves and a shiny green color that looks almost polished. The name bird's nest comes from the curious way its leaves grow. They all emerge from a rosette-shaped center, creating a living sculpture. Unlike its more sensitive relatives, Asplenium is extremely tough and forgiving of small, forgetful moments. It solves the problem for people who live in air-conditioned environments or more closed spaces, since it tolerates shade very well. The secret trick to make it explode with vigor? Bathrooms with a window. It loves the humidity from showers, which simulates the climate of tropical forests. It's the perfect plant to transform your bathroom into a private spa, without demanding almost anything in return. 2. Parlor palm, Chamedorea elegans, the shelf palm. If you've always dreamed of that tropical palm look but live in an apartment with a low ceiling or don't have space for a giant plant, the parlor palm is your perfect choice. Known as the shelf palm, it's a dwarf version that grows slowly and in a controlled way, becoming a true icon of shade resistance. Interestingly, it was the favorite plant of Victorian nobility, since it was one of the few plants that could survive the dark and cold houses of that era. Today, it solves the problem of people who live in big cities. Unlike plants with wide, heavy leaves, the parlor palm brings a unique lightness and movement with its thin and delicate fronds. It's excellent for softening corners of the house, crowded with furniture, creating visual breathing space and a touch of sophistication without demanding much sunlight. 3. Syngonium, the versatile plant. Syngonium is one of those plants that seems to have a life of its own and loves to surprise the people who grow it. The most incredible fact about it is its metamorphosis. When young, its leaves have a perfect arrow shape, but as the plant matures, they change shape, and the Syngonium turns into a beautiful climbing or trailing plant. It's the ideal solution for anyone who wants a dynamic decoration that evolves over time. Syngonium is also a relief because it is extremely resistant to pests. In addition, it solves a common problem for those living in compact homes. It tolerates temperature variations very well, making it a perfect plant for kitchens. If you want an all-purpose species that handles shade and still helps purify the air, Syngonium is your new best friend. 6. Peperomia scandens, trailing peperomia. Peperomia scandens is the ideal choice for anyone looking for a plant that looks delicate but is actually very tough. Its charming heart-shaped leaves have a thick, succulent texture, which is nature's secret. It stores its own strategic water reserve to survive those days when you forget to water it. It has become a huge success because it is extremely compact, adapting perfectly to high shelves, bookcases, or small niches in modern apartments. The big secret here is respecting its independence. Let the soil dry out completely before even thinking about watering again. It definitely doesn't like to be pampered with water all the time. In fact, this plant grows stronger when you leave it alone. enjoying the shade at its own pace. 7. Aglaonema, a touch of color in the shade. Aglaonema is the ultimate proof that having a shade garden doesn't mean giving up vibrant colors. Many people mistakenly believe that indoor plants must be only green, but this plant breaks that rule beautifully, displaying varieties with hypnotic shades of neon pink, metallic silver, and even bright red that looks hand-painted. It is globally respected as the queen of offices, since it has the rare ability to thrive and maintain its intense brightness using only fluorescent light. It perfectly solves the problem for people who live in interior apartments with hallways or rooms that receive no direct sunlight at all. It's the ideal choice for those who want the visual impact and color of flowers, but only have low light available. If you want to transform a gray corner into a luxurious and sophisticated focal point, aglaonema is the missing piece in your decor. 8. Peace Lily. The peace lily is the perfect choice for anyone who wants a plant that truly talks to its owner. In addition to filtering toxins from the air with impressive efficiency, it delivers classic elegance through its majestic white flowers. What makes it special is how it solves the anxiety of any beginner. It is a dramatic communicator. If you forget to water it, it droops completely to warn you, but once you give it water, in just 2 hours it stands upright and looks new again. To avoid the famous burnt tips, here's the secret. Let the water sit for 24 hours before watering, allowing the chlorine to evaporate. 9. Pothos, Epipremnum aureum, the green waterfall. If your goal is to create that urban jungle look, with leaves cascading beautifully from shelves or bookcases, pothos is simply unbeatable. It's an extremely versatile climbing plant that adapts to almost any light level, making it the perfect solution for apartments where sunlight is limited. What makes it so loved around the world is its speed. It grows very fast, giving an immediate and satisfying visual reward for those just starting their plant journey. Pothos works like a true botanical mentor. It solves the fear of watering mistakes because it tells you exactly when it wants water. Its leaves become slightly soft and lose their characteristic shine. It's the ideal plant to learn how to read plant behavior without any pressure. In addition, it's a champion at purifying the air, filtering common, everyday pollutants. If you want volume, beauty, and a plant that forgives your mistakes, pothos needs to be on your list. Exploring these 9 species shows us that the lack of direct sunlight should never be a barrier for anyone who wants a home full of life. As we've seen, the secret to success isn't having a magical green thumb, but understanding that shade plants are specialists in resilience. They solve the lack of time, the limited space of modern apartments, and even the low humidity caused by air conditioning. Having these plants is like bringing a refuge into your home, reducing stress and improving the quality of the air you breathe. I hope this list has given you the confidence you need to transform that dark corner into a true living sculpture. Don't forget to check the links in the description, where I shared the plants and products I use that truly bring results. Now I want to know, which of these plants did you like the most, or which one is already part of your collection? Comment below. If this guide was helpful, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss our next tips. In the next video, I'll show you which plants bloom all year long, even in small pots. See you there.